Join me as I dive into the incredible journey of Olaudah Equiano and try to unravel the mystery of his life in just one video. In this video, we'll explore the amazing journey of Olaudah Equiano, a former slave who became a prominent abolitionist and author, changing perceptions about slavery in the 18th century. From a young age, Equiano was forced to adapt to a brutal reality, ripped from his family and homeland, and sold into slavery. He was just one of millions of Africans who suffered the same fate, their lives forever changed by the transatlantic slave trade. The unimaginable horrors he witnessed and experienced would stay with him for the rest of his life, fueling his determination to fight against the institution of slavery. As a slave, Equiano was subjected to inhumane treatment, forced to work tirelessly, and stripped of his dignity. Yet, despite the overwhelming hardships, he never lost hope, and his resilience would eventually pave the way for his freedom. The struggle for freedom was a long and arduous one, marked by countless setbacks and heartbreaks. But Equiano's unwavering resolve would ultimately lead him to become a powerful voice against slavery. In his early years, Equiano was born into the Igbo people, a thriving community in what is now modern-day Nigeria. His childhood was marked by happiness and a deep connection to his culture. But this peaceful existence was short-lived. At the age of 11, he was kidnapped and sold to European slave traders, beginning a lifelong journey that would take him across the Atlantic Ocean and into the heart of the slave trade. The Middle Passage, a notorious route that connected West Africa to the Americas, was a brutal and inhumane experience that claimed the lives of countless enslaved Africans. Equiano's account of this journey would later become a powerful indictment of the slave trade, laying bare the atrocities committed against enslaved people. Equiano's time on slave ships and plantations was marked by cruelty and exploitation, but it was also where he began to forge friendships and alliances that would aid him in his quest for freedom. He learned to read and write, skills that would become essential in his later fight against slavery. His resourcefulness and determination eventually paid off, as he was able to purchase his own freedom, becoming one of the few slaves to achieve this monumental feat. As a free man, Equiano continued to fight against the slave trade, using his experiences to expose its brutality and inhumanity. He traveled extensively, giving lectures and gathering support for the abolitionist movement. His work took him across the Atlantic, from the Americas to Britain, and his message resonated with people from all walks of life. Equiano's fight was not only about ending the slave trade, but also about challenging the deeply ingrained prejudices that perpetuated it. We'll delve into Equiano's early life in Africa, his experiences in the transatlantic slave trade, his eventual purchase of freedom, and his efforts in promoting abolition through his writings. His story is a testament to the power of human resilience, as he navigated the treacherous landscape of slavery, always keeping his eyes fixed on the horizon of freedom. Though Equiano's journey was marked by countless challenges, It was his unwavering determination to fight against injustice that defined him. The publication of his autobiography was a turning point in his life, as it brought his story to a wider audience and cemented his place as a prominent abolitionist. The interesting narrative of the life of Olaudah Equiano, as his autobiography came to be known, was a groundbreaking work that humanized the experiences of enslaved people, giving voice to those who had been silenced by the slave trade. The book's release sparked a wave of interest, with many prominent figures praising Equiano's courage and conviction. The autobiography became a powerful tool in the fight against slavery, as it laid bare the atrocities committed against enslaved people and highlighted the need for urgent reform. Through his writing, Equiano was able to challenge the dominant narratives that had perpetuated slavery, creating a new discourse that emphasized the humanity and dignity of enslaved people. As Equiano's fame grew, so did his influence, and he became a rallying figure for the abolitionist movement. He worked tirelessly, petitioning governments and gathering support for the abolition of the slave trade. His efforts paid off, as he witnessed the passage of key legislation that began to dismantle the slave trade. Though Equiano's journey was far from over, his achievements marked a significant turning point in the fight against slavery. The turning point in Equiano's life came when he published his autobiography, which garnered widespread attention and played a significant role in the abolitionist movement. The book's impact was profound, as it brought the brutal reality of slavery to the forefront of public consciousness, spurring many to action. Equiano's courage in sharing his story inspired countless others to do the same, creating a wave of activism that would eventually help to bring an end to the slave trade. Equiano's journey illustrates the power of resilience and advocacy in the fight against injustice, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire today. If you found Equiano's story inspiring, be sure to check out our other videos on historical figures who fought for justice, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Mm-hmm.